Episode 2 of Kurulus Osman. Osman and his Alps along with Bamzi Alp take Abars to bury him. Whole tribe was sorrowful. After burying Abars, Bamzi gives Abar's sword to Osman Ghazi by saying that we have buried Abars now, but remember, we cannot place his sword on his grave. My son Osman, this sword is yours till we take Abar's revenge. Osman says, O my Abars, I take oath that your murder will be this sword's prey. In the next scene, Princess Sophia meets Master Yanis and tells him about the whole story, and Master Yanis asks for Tekfur to die. He asks Sophia to make Kulanos on their side and work for their mission. Alps bring the barrels to Osman to enter the castle according to Osman's plan. Bora and Alp take them into the castle acting like a wine cellar. Dunder Bey talks with Gunduz and asks his brother to come back soon. Dunder says go and find Osman. Where is he now? He should be here, but what I think is he is again behind something. Again he will make a big difficulty for us. Gunduz says, Osmanas comes back, I will talk to him, but Dunder says only Ertuğrul's father can stop him. May he come back from Konya as soon as possible. When barrels are shifted to a room, Osman comes out, kills the soldier and succeeds in changing the uniform. Osman asks his Alps to wait for him until he meets the Tekfur and tell him about the murderers in the castle. He gets successful in reaching Tekfur's room. Osman says to Tekfur, you got safe yesterday, but we were out of the castle, they attacked us and Abars died. Tekfur was astonished listening to news of death of Bamzi Bey's son. Osman then tells him that some people in the castle are deceiving him, and they might be his close ones. On informing Tekfur about the traitors, he asks Osman how to find them. Osman says I will find them if you're with me. Then Osman asks for permission to put most trusted Alps in the castle. Tekfur agrees upon this. While going back, Helen sees them while Osman was coming out of the room. She gets to know that Tekfur is working with Osman. Helen goes to Tekfur's room and asks for forgiveness and wishes to speak to him. She tells him about the betrayal of Sophia, to bring him in the room where Sophia already waiting for him to come, and she will kill him as said by Master Yanis. Sophia already calls Kulanos there and show her love for him. At the time Tekfur enters in the room and sees them hugging each other, he attacks on them but Kulanos kills him. Sophia gets her work done. They throw his dead body out of the window, which falls in front of Osman when he was about to leave. In a short time, news spread everywhere. Osman comes back and enters Tekfur's room and finds those women inside who saved him. He believes that they killed Tekfur. Women also try to attack Osman and say, clear the way, get out of the way. Osman says, answer my questions, you saved my life, doesn't matter, I can still kill you. Osman puts knife on her neck and says, what are you doing here? Did you kill the governor? What governor? What are you talking about? As a Turk, what are you doing here? At the moment the old man behind hits Osman's head and he falls down. The lady says, you nearly killed him. The old man looks astonished by seeing Osman there. He says, Ertuğrul's son Osman, what the hell are you doing? How did you come up here? Ertuğrul Bey's son, the famous Osman. He is skillful like his father, they say. A wolf's offspring becomes another wolf. Do what you have to do, I'll take care of him job. In next scene, Kulanos gathers all commanders and says, you couldn't protect your governor. You turned his castle into a grave for him. Damn you, commanders, none of you have been like Osman, damn it. Answer me, how could you not take precautions? In this castle, there is no traitor. Who means to kill our governor? We were his sons? We would risk our lives for him. We'll question everyone in the castle. We'll make everyone talk. Where was the governor? With whom was he? We'll learn everything. Then Sophia says, he was in his room, I sent Helen to his room to call him. Helen says, but before I went into his room, I saw Ertuğrul's son Osman leaving his room. What did you say? Are you sure that he was Osman? Yes, sir, it was Ertuğrul's son Osman. Kulanos orders his commanders, you Iso, search the whole castle right away. Andreas, get all the commanders into the act. Search for the whole castle. In the next scene, Osman is laid down and those ladies and the old man are about to leave. Come on, I hear footsteps. Don't worry, he'll wake up soon. He has a heart that could dare all the world. He'll take care of himself. Let's go, you're entrusted to Allah, let's go. Come on. They leave Osman there and leave the castle with all necessary thing they had to get for accomplishment of their mission. After some time, Osman comes back into senses but soldiers find him. He fights with them and runs away. He finds his Alps waiting for him and they hide in Beryl's room. Now they have to plan to get out of the castle, where everyone is finding them. In the next scene, Sophia comes in the room where treasure was kept, but now it was not there. They took the holy entrustment in the treasure, damn it. Forgive my sins, God. Inform Master Giannis right away, Sophia. Master Giannis would make both of us pay for this. How could we explain this to Master Giannis? We couldn't enjoy the governor's death, now we sorrow for this. In the next scene, Osman is hiding in the Beryl's room with his Alp. My bey, who do you think killed the governor? I don't know, brother. I don't know, however I know something. The governor was killed by his closest ones. You are right, my bey. Governor nursed vipers in his bosom. Why did they kill him? Because he made peace with us. They couldn't accept this. They want to end the peace and fight again. Who are those bastards, my bey? As they arranged such an ignominious assassinate, it must be a secret organization that is everywhere in Bithynia. They took advantage of the fact that my father is in Konya. The woman who masqueraded as a priestess, she is our salvation. If we find her, we'll find both the murderer of the governor and the traitors in the castle. In the next scene, Sophia and Kalanos making plan to catch Osman and disrespect Kayas. Swear to God I'll find and kill him myself. It's not easy to find him, he must come with his will. How? He is a Turk who risked his life for the governor. If we capture someone from his blood, he'll give in to save him. Devil took the possession of the whole castle tonight. Sometimes you need to get help from the devil to keep up. We'll take an entrustment from Dunder Bey, and that entrustment will make Osman be revealed. And because of Osman, the tent will be troubled. I'll send my most trusted man and the agreement will be infringed. Ertuğrul's son Osman, who killed our governor, has infringed the agreement. Everyone should hear and believe that Osman has committed this murder. In the next scene, Dunder and Gundutes are still waiting for Osman. Is there any news from Osman? We searched everywhere, uncle, but nothing is up. I don't understand what his aim is. Sometimes he saves the day. Ertuğrul's son Osman, who killed our governor, has infringed the agreement. Everyone should hear and believe that Osman has committed this murder. Dunder and Gundutes still waiting for Osman. Is there any news from Osman? We searched everywhere, uncle, but nothing is up. I don't understand what his aim is. Sometimes he saves the day. Sometimes he spoils the day. Zora Hatchin says, this has gone too far, Dunder Bey. Ertuğrul Ghazi should know what happened. You should send a letter that tells what happened in the tent. Dunder Bey, you need to report Osman's situation. My aunt is right. What would we do if my father came to the tent and asked where Osman is? Bamzi Bey comes in the tent. Here, sit down. Thank you. Long live Dunder Bey. Osman Bey, where is he? It's been a while, but Osman is not around. The enemy is waiting for a gap. What if they hunt Osman down like my Abars? Gundute says, we were going to ask you, Bamzi Bey. He replies, I am not the Bey son. The Bey is Dunder Bey. He needs to know what is going on. If something happens to Osman, how can you explain it to my Ertuğrul Bey, huh? Dunder Bey, I wish my Ertuğrul Bey had come, so that the tent could be in order. Send Alps for Osman. Gundutes Bey. They shall not come back without his trace. In the next scene, Magala goes to Master Giannis to update him about the matters. He tells him that governor has died, but the holy entrustment and the treasure are stolen from the sorcery room. It happened in the Yorgopoulos scene. Who did know the place of the room that the secret is hidden? Huh? How did they learn this? Megala, how? Who did this? Ertuğrul Ghazi's son. Osman. A shepherd Turk, has spoiled everything. Osman now somehow reaches to the old man who pretends to be the pop in the church. Osman asks him about the girl who was with him last time. He says, I need to meet her. She is very important to me. Who did know the place of the room that the secret is hidden? Huh? The old man tells him her address. In the next scene, Kalanos' soldiers kidnap Igel, who was alone with Burgess. They both fight, but Bergen gets injured and they capture Igel. In the next scene, Dunder Bey is in the meeting with all other tribes beys. With the Almighty Allah's 99 names, who creates everything, who fills our hearts with faith. Brave men of the great Oghuz, you all know about the circumstances in Bithynia. These lands that we come in with my brother, Ertuğrul Ghazi's leadership, hide their fruitful face from us. It can't carry our weight anymore. After all this time, both our tents and our herds grew in number. There are many problems appearing in every tent, every tribe. Some of us are far from the water, some of us lack the pasture, and there are bandits, caravan ambushers, too. Because of all these reasons, We have been searching for a remedy for our troubles. This remedy is alliance. Thus we have signed a trade agreement with our neighbor, Yorgopolos, the governor of Kalukhisar. Both them and we will be the winners. Our goods will be sold in Yenipazar too, in addition to Sogat. What is it, Samsa Bey? You don't seem to be happy with the results, Dunder Bey? You say my brother but Ertugrul Ghazi didn't come to this land calculating incomes. And he brought us to strike to the infidels' hearts, not to loot. Moreover, we've come here to put the world in order under the wolf banner, not to ride caravans also. We can't be friends with infidels, brave Bey of Ki. I know how you're thrilled when you hear about the war and fight, but don't you forget that lands can be taken with weapons, but order cannot be established with weapons. Order needs coin, wisdom, and skill. Samsa wants nothing but war. Dunder Bey, you need order, not war. Nizam Bey, ovens become home, homes become tents. Tents become a country. I've told you so many times to let us marry you. You didn't want it. I have been fighting since I put this black weapon on my belt. I called bed to eagle nests. I called blanket to the sky. I became friends with hawks, allied with wolves. I know about your greatness and virtue, Dunder Bey, but the only friend or lover of Samsa who can't stand still when he hears about fighting is this weapon. Let it be known like this. I've made my promise, I made my oaths, my marriage is with this and my wedding is with death. During the meeting, Alishar Bey enters in the room. He says to Dunder Bey that you can't gather a meeting here without my permission. This is my area and I'm the Bey of these lands. At the moment, Bergen enters in the room and tells everybody that Kalanos has kidnapped Igul. Dunder Bey becomes furious, and they leave for the castle.